Morning. So hopefully today's the first day of wheat harvest, but first we've got to unload that grain cart. So we've got an Unford, I think it's a 1620 grain cart. Just came from Unford. This will be the first time we've ever ran a twin auger cart, so pretty excited to give that thing a go. But 1600 bushel, that's a big wagon. First thing we got to do is get a tractor to pull it off that trailer, though. So there's a few things we got to hook up on this tractor to PTO, and then there's also a couple electrical wires we have to run for the cart, and then, well, I guess it'll be operational. So this is June 24th, and if you live around Southern Ohio and this week, you know it is miserably hot. It is 8 o'clock. It's already 85 degrees and extremely humid. Not all hydraulics. So the grain cart's pretty well hooked up. BJ's got a couple things he's going to do to it. I'm going to run over to the combine. It's over at the farm where we're going to start at, and see if Dad needs any help with it. So we just did a little once over on the head. Lance, our honeybee rep, is in the area. Helped give us a little refresher on some things with the honeybee. And now we're ready to dive in. So as you can see, our wheat has more weeds in it than we're used to seeing. So as soon as this is combined, or very shortly after it's combined, we're going to spray those weeds. Hopefully kill them. We did spray our wheat when the weather broke, but for whatever reason, we did not get a good kill on those weeds. So if you're new to the channel, this is a 50-foot honeybee, and we have a 9T Fin Ideal combine. This is our second year for this setup, and last year we ran 100 bushel wheat just fine with it. Like I didn't run out of power. Really no complaints whatsoever with that setup. It actually went very smooth. We can really cut through the acres with it. Now we did go from 2 combines to 1 due to manpower and well, just cost. It's actually cheaper to own 1 big combine for us than 2 small combines and maintain them. Obviously, if this combine goes down, we don't have another combine running, but it seemed like usually when the combine went down, everybody would stop trying to get it going anyways. So. It hasn't bit us yet. It very well could at some point, but with the Fendt, we've got a 5-year warranty, and they bring you another combine if you're down more than 2 days. So right now, Dad, Lance are in there programming the presets for the header. That way, whenever he clicks the button to put the head down, it just goes to a certain height. And then those wheels right there are how it floats across the ground like that. That way, if we get to a high point, the head will compensate for that, or the feeder house of the combine will. Hey everybody, today's video is sponsored by Factor. So pretty excited, trying a new Factor meal here. If you're unfamiliar with Factor, it is a meal delivery service. Sign up for their app, customize that to however you see fit, pick the meals that you want to receive, how many meals you want to receive, how often you want to receive them, and then you can have delicious gourmet meals delivered right to your house. Delicious and nutritious. It's very simple. Poke a few holes in that. I'm gonna put out that sauce packet. Stick this in the microwave for a couple minutes, and then we'll be eating. So one of the main things I really enjoy about my Factor subscription is how much time it saves and how much money it saves. So yes, there is a cost associated with being in that service, but earlier today, went through a drive-through, and guess what? It was a lot more than one of these meals, and it was not nearly as good. So I don't have to leave the house, it's here, and it's quick. So really enjoy that part of Factor. So if you would like to try out Factor, head to factor75.com or click the link below in the description. Use code 50BFV to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. That's code BFV50 to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. I'm gonna try out teriyaki salmon. This will be my first experience with that one. But so far, I've always enjoyed the salmon meals, so I predict this one will be tasty. Especially while we're in the busy season, this is just a really convenient option to have in the refrigerator. Yep, did not disappoint. So again, if you'd like to try Factor, head over to factor75.com and use code 50BFV. That'll be in the description. You get 50% off your first box as well as free shipping. Like I said, really like Factor. I've been using Factor for a couple of years now, and I've yet to be disappointed. I've found very few, if any, meals that I did not like.
It is alive! Just dove in. He's went about 25 feet. Finally. He did not what? Oh, good. Okay. Now that the combine's up and going, BJ said he needed help with one thing on the cart. We'll get it over there, and well, I reckon we'll start ticking away at the wheat acres. Hey BJ, you got a pretty small hammer. Got it. Hitch pin just wasn't all the way in, and well, sometimes they can be a booger by yourself. Well, we are 10 acres in, about got enough for a load, and then well, I'll take it to the elevator. Had a couple little patch fields right here we started off with, but he's about to dive into I think it's 32 acre field. Hopefully get that and get a good start on the 52 acre field beside it tonight. Like a hitchhiker, but different. I don't need a ride, just AC. Yeah. I don't particularly care where we're going as long as it's cold.
Ooh. The whole.
If you're not paying attention, you can just rip the sleeper right off the truck.
Well, don't do that. There's easier ways to delete sleepers.
Just waiting for Pat to get in here. Make it modern. 92, 12%.
90.
4.2 acres, 22,710 pounds, 390 bushels.
Make a 92 bushel. So 92 here is definitely not our best. That's kind of average for here, really. It is the end row. It's probably worse in the middle. Now, like I said, this year we've had way more weed pressure than we've ever had too, so I have to imagine that hurt. Those weeds, in the grand scheme of things, are not taking up a lot of the field, but they do suck nutrients from the crop, so that's the main thing that hurts them. The moisture would hurt too in a normal year, but we've had so much rain this spring that they probably weren't really taking much moisture from the crop. Well, try to stay cool. think it's 106, maybe right here in the sun where his truck's sitting, but it's hot. It's mid-90s and very humid. I am very thankful that these truck ACs work. That didn't always used to be the case. So we're at Valley Grain right now. This is in Kingston. It's about 15 miles from the field, maybe 20, somewhere in there. Either way, this is where we take all of our wheat to. A little bit better wheat market than the local Cargill we take our corn and beans to. And so far, we're not super busy. Now, once everyone gets in full-blown wheat harvest, this place will be packed, and about everyone brings their wheat to this place. So that's usually when we start putting it in the bin for a little while. Last 2 years, we've been putting wheat in the bin and then hauling it right back out as everybody else finishes wheat, just so we can avoid the lines and get wheat harvest done. So Dad's yield monitor is off. This wheat's probably closer to 100. I had like 110 more bushel in this truck than what the combine and the scales said I would have. So that's a good thing. Bonus bushels. So we're about 40 acres in. So far, everything's ticking along. 10% done almost. Dad's just marching her down the line. Should be about 50 or 60 in now. So ideally we would like to average close to 100 acres a day. So we raise about 400 to 450 acres of wheat every year. And if we can get it done in 4 or 5 days, that's the goal. And tomorrow I'll start planting double crops probably. And when we get to that point, I'll be right behind the combine with the planter. So tomorrow we'll have Jeff, my wife's uncle, come over. He's going to haul for us, and if can't find anybody else, I guess I'll fill in when they start getting behind. I'll hop out of the planter and take a truck up there. Well, I just got back and the elevator's closed now, so this will be the last load of the night. And it looks like the cart's pretty full. We're gonna end up right around 80, 85 acres tonight, and we're gonna be out of trucks to finish. Not a bad first day. I think we're going to be just a couple acres short on wrapping this field up tonight.